Hi guys, welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking. Welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking, and today what I'm going to show you is how I make my meatloaf along with my creamy cheesy potatoes and corn. So let's get started. Today I'm going to show you a different way that I make meatloaf. I have 2 pounds of ground beef in my bowl. I have 2 eggs. And for the seasoning, what I'm going to use is 1 packet of the stovetop. It's the chicken flavored. So I'll be adding this into the ground beef. I have my oven on 350. So in my bowl, I'll crack 2 eggs. Now I'll open the packet of the stovetop, the chicken flavored, and I'll add that into my bowl. It has all the bread in there and the seasoning. So you can see everything's all in my bowl. Now I'll mix it all together and put it in my pan. I'm using a 1.5 quart pan. Now that it's all mixed, I'll put it in my pan. So you can see the stuffing mix in here, in the seasoning. Now I'll put some ketchup on top, put some aluminum foil, and place it in my 350-degree oven for about an hour. I'll check on it to make sure it's fully cooked, and if not, I'll leave it in there for another half hour. Ovens vary. So I'll just pour some ketchup on top. It's probably about maybe 3 tablespoons. So now I'll place aluminum foil on top and place it in my oven. Along with my meatloaf, I like to make mashed potatoes and a type of vegetable, corn or peas, whatever you like, green beans. So into the oven it goes. Instead of mashed potatoes, I'm going to make my cheesy potatoes. So I have 5 medium potatoes. This is a 9x7 pan. I put a layer, I slice them thin. So I put a layer of potatoes. So now I'll get an onion and put some onion in here. I'm using a small onion. I cut my onion in half, and now I'll dice it. You can see they're small dices. So I put half of an onion on top of the layered potatoes that I have there, and now I'll put another layer of potatoes. So I'm just spreading the potatoes on top of the onion. And this is what it should look like. What I'm going to do is just lightly pepper it. I'm not going to salt it, but I'm going to put a little bit of pepper. Then I'll put about a cup of heavy whipping cream inside. I'll pour the heavy whipping cream over the potatoes. I'm going to pour another half a cup, so that's a total of 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream that I used. And this is what it looks like. So now I'll grate some cheese and put the cheese on top. I'll put this in my 350-degree oven for about an hour. The cheese that I'm using is pecorino and romano, so now I'll grate some cheese on top. You want to cover the potatoes with the cheese. And this is what it would look like once you got the potatoes all covered with the pecorino romano cheese. It was probably about a cup of grated cheese on top. So now I'll put some aluminum foil on top of this and place this in my 350-degree oven for about an hour. And these creamy, cheesy potatoes are really good. So along with my meatloaf and the creamy, cheesy potatoes, I'll probably make corn. For that small onion, I only used half because I sliced it so thin. So I only put half of the diced onion in my potatoes. I lightly peppered the top of the pecorino romano cheese. So now I'll place some aluminum foil on top. And into the oven it goes. So along with my meatloaf and my creamy cheesy potatoes, I did make corn. It's just a can of corn that I opened up. I'm still waiting on my meatloaf and my potatoes. It's been an hour and 10 minutes that I had these potatoes in there. They're all done. So now I'll plate them up along with my meatloaf and my corn. The meatloaf looks delicious. It's nice and golden brown. You see the ketchup on top. So now I'll slice this up along with my creamy cheesy potatoes and corn. I have my corn. So I sliced into my meatloaf. I didn't cut it all the way. So I'm going to take my potatoes. Now I'll get my corn. Do you want more than one piece? This one came out better. Once it's all plated, this is what it looks like. See how nice the meatloaf looks? And the nice creamy cheesy potatoes. So now I'll give it a try. They're good. I'll take a bite of the meatloaf. Very good. Tastes good. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Cheryl's Home Cooking and watch me make my meatloaf, my creamy cheesy potatoes, and the corn. I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.